Welcome to a Soma live art presentation and guided meditation journey. Soma live art is a channeled vibration. It's a portal into a higher dimension of being. As you are gazing into this live art right now, allow your intuition to reveal to you a sacred portal. A portal is an entrance into a higher realm of consciousness. Each Soma live art has a portal waiting for you to enter through. So slowly take 3 deep breaths in, relax your body, and the portal will reveal itself to you. And don't second guess yourself, just jump right in. You have arrived. To receive a healing today, keep your focus on the portal. Take 1 more deep breath in, hold for 3 seconds, and release. This will expand your consciousness and prepare you for today's journey. And now gently close your eyes. So let's journey together to a place beyond your everyday world, to a world where you are feeling a deep connection to your past. Actually, your past when you lived in Atlantis and you were an Atlantean. The Soma live art that you were gazing at is called Atlantis Rising Up. So your eyes are closed. And now in your mind's eye, travel deep within yourself through your third eye awareness, focusing solely on going further into an altered state of reality. You are aware of nothing except your own mind and these words as they slip into your consciousness. We are going to travel back in time now, to a place you called home, and where you were so connected to your spirit self. Every day was a joy to behold. So take 1 more deep breath in, putting your attention on your third eye, which is just between your eyebrows. Okay, here we go. Buckle up. So in your mind's eye, I'd like you to see yourself sitting in a canoe. A guide is paddling the canoe, and you are gliding along effortlessly over a calm blue sea. The air is clear. The sun is shining, and you can feel that warmth all over your body. The sky is clear blue, but there are a few light clouds just fluffing through the sky. You look ahead of you and see your destination. It's actually glittering in the distance. It's a large island of crystal, sparkling in the sun, sending rainbows of color up into the sky. It is so breathtakingly beautiful. You slowly glide toward the island. And as you get closer, it begins to take shape. You can see mountains of deep purple amethyst and sparkling green fields and the most beautiful crystal city. And as you approach the island, you notice a great portal at the entrance to the city. And the walls around the city are of huge amethyst crystals. The portal is like a giant slice of amethyst geode, with a slice taken off at the bottom so that it can stand. And outside the city walls are fields of emerald grass glittering in the sun. And there is that backdrop of gorgeous amethyst mountains. And you are not surprised to see the pure white goats and pure white horses gazing and playing untethered and free to roam around the city. And you remember now, oh, how lovely it is to be here once again. And the beach, as you approach it now, is of pure golden sand. And its contrast to the calm azure blue sea is absolutely stunning. And as you look over the city, you can see many, many rainbows of all sizes radiating from the crystal buildings. The wisdom of the crystals is raising your vibration, and you feel elevated. You take a deep breath in just to ground yourself into all this beauty. And your guide gently beaches the canoe and gestures for you to return to your precious Atlantis island once again. You get out of the boat and stretch. And you feel the warm sand beneath your feet. And the cool air on your face as it turns toward the city. You bid farewell to your guide, whom you know will wait for your return. And so you walk towards the city, and you notice that there is such stillness, such peace and calmness. And you fall in love with your magical island all over again. And walking up to the gateway of amethyst crystals, and as you reach it, you can see steps of pure quartz crystal glittering in the sunlight. And the steps lead up to a bridge. You climb easily up the steps, and as you climb, you feel lighter and very much at peace here. And when you reach the top of the steps, you see the bridge runs across a trickling brook. And the bridge is made from a rainbow. The colors are so beautiful. And at the other end of the bridge are more crystal steps. You glide across the bridge and reach the other side and descend the steps on that side. And when you reach the bottom of the steps, you can now see pathways of lapis lazuli, which is a beautiful blue with gold streaks running all the way through it. And then you stop on your path. Your jaw drops. You are totally in awe. There before you are the Atlantean houses made of crystals. Some are made from amethyst, some dark green emeralds, and some are a combination of ruby, zoisite, and malachite. And others are a combination of several different precious gems. What a sight to behold! And you remember when you too lived in Atlantis. You lived in a beautiful rose quartz house. And your garden was full of the most beautiful pink flowers and vines. And oh, how you loved meditating out in your garden. And you even had a pink U-bit. A U-bit is similar to a dog in the third dimension here, except that a U-bit can talk, of course. And you remember you would fill your pockets with rose quartz gems every day, and then hand them out to all the beings that you met in Atlantis. And oh, how all the Atlanteans loved you and you loved them. And now looking to the left of you, you can see a church-like building made from smoky quartz. And to the right of you, an immense temple of pure quartz crystal. And you can't help but wander amongst the buildings, looking along the pathways at all the houses. So absorbing the peace and the beauty of this incredible island city. And all the gardens around the houses are filled with such beautiful flowers of such vibrant colors. And the fragrances make you smile and make your head spin all at the same time. You notice many figures clothed in white. Some are in purple, others in indigo, pale blue, some are silver and gold. And these figures are so light and so vibrant and brilliant. And they seem to just glide along, ageless souls from this ancient time. And then you remember that those in light blue are the philosophers, and those in indigo are the wise men and the teachers, and those in purple are the spiritual leaders, the teachers of a higher level. And those in the silver are the healers and the doctors. And those in gold are the guides. And there are no children here. Every being here is an enlightened one. And you approach a figure dressed in indigo and mentally ask him why there is one gray building between such beauty and brilliance. Because you don't seem to remember seeing that building before. And he tells you that this is where the beings that err go to contemplate their errors and to meditate for purity. And that they remain there until they once again are enlightened, and then they re-enter the crystal temple to be blessed and made whole again. And that this is offered to all Atlanteans in the most loving way, so that there is no suffering here. And you ask if you may visit the crystal temple, and he tells you that you can, and beckons you to follow him. And he takes you over to a figure clothed in gold, and the gold figure glides you towards the heart of the city, following one of the lapis paths. You follow him as he leads you along the pathway lined with crystal columns. And at the end of the pathway, you find yourself in front of the most beautiful crystal temple that you could ever imagine. It has a huge silver door engraved with unicorns, dolphins, lots of stars, and in the center is a golden sun. And the golden guide bids you farewell now, and you approach the door. And pushing the door open, you step inside and find yourself in a huge room. The floor is made of white marble, and there are amethyst benches in rows, with an aisle between them leading to an altar, a beautiful glittering altar. And you look up, and there seems to be no ceiling. All you can see is bright white light. It's so bright, but for some reason it doesn't hurt your eyes. And there are many beings in this room, sitting and standing. And the seated beings seem to be meditating. And the standing beings are all deep in conversation. So you approach the radiant altar that caught your attention. And upon them are white lilies and a huge golden book that seems to radiate golden light. And you are aware that this is the book of spiritual wisdom, the teachings for the masters. And you become aware of a figure at the altar, and it is clothed in pure white. And you are mesmerized that it radiates a rainbow aura. And it beckons you to follow as it glides down a narrow aisle towards a silver door, which is at the back of the altar. And the white figure opens the door and gestures for you to go through. So you do. And then you find yourself in the most beautiful garden. And there's a lake at the end of the garden with people around it. And you know that is where you need to go. And so you wind your way through the flowers towards the lake. And when you reach it, you see that the figures are people, and some you recognize as your loved ones that have passed into spirit. And you intuitively know that you must sit by the lake and find a suitable spot to join them. And there's a large slab of green aventurine upon which you sit and wait. And as you wait, one of the figures approaches you. It's an old wise man. And he tells you just to sit there, and your loved ones, some of which are guides and teachers now of Atlantis, will approach you and commune with you today. You just sit there and commune with Spirit, he says. Just sit, talk, and learn. And he also says, don't worry, you are safe and dearly loved here. Your heart has never left us, and we are here to confirm that for you today. We are here to help you remember how truly magnificent you are. And we will open your memory to crystal healing. And you will be able to take this information back into your third dimension. You will become a crystal healer, and we will show you the way. And now it's time to leave the garden, and you bid your friends of the light goodbye, and turn and walk towards the temple. As you begin to walk away, you notice you can feel something in the palm of your hand. So you open your hand, and there is a beautiful clear quartz healing crystal. Quartz is known as the master healer, and you intuitively know how to work with it now. Your past life memory has been open, and you will be able to share this knowledge with others. And you can see the rainbow figure waiting for you, so you walk towards him, putting your quartz crystal safely back into your pocket. And he takes you back through the silver door, down the narrow aisle to the altar, and then he bids you goodbye. You are feeling radiant, and you are sure the quartz crystal is illuminating your aura field. They are such a complement to raising spiritual consciousness. And you make a promise to yourself to always keep a quartz crystal close to you from now on. Gliding down the aisle towards the huge silver door. And as you do so, the figures within the temple acknowledge you and gesture you farewell. And you feel a deep sense of love and devotion coming from each and every one of them. They are your Atlantean family, and you know they will always be there for you, because there's no such thing as time. time travel has taught you that much is true for sure. And the door opens easily for you. And then you turn back for just one last glimpse of the inner crystal sanctum. And you smile and bow with your hands in prayer position. And you hear yourself saying in your mind, "The divine in me honors the divine in you. Same divine." Yes, you are an Atlantean. And you make your way towards the golden cloth figure now. And he will lead you back down the crystal-lined lapis lazuli pathway. And through the city of amethyst, emerald, and quartz crystals. And back to the steps that lead up to the rainbow bridge. And at the foot of the steps, you bid the figure goodbye, knowing that he will be there when you return again. And turning toward the bridge, you climb the steps. And at the top, you glide back across the bridge, going down the steps at the end of the bridge. And now through the amethyst portal back to the beach. And there you find your guide waiting in the canoe for you. And you turn around and take one last look at the beautiful city of Atlantis and feel the love and the peace that it radiates. And your guide helps you back into the canoe. And begins to paddle you across the calm azure blue sea. And as you glide across the pristine water, you find that you are traveling slowly back into full body consciousness. But you have been touched by a newfound wisdom and a crystal that will make life much easier for you from now on. Slowly coming back into your body, wiggling your fingers and your toes, and slowly opening your eyes. And as you gaze once again upon the Soma Live Art presentation, give a prayer of gratitude to the portal that led you into Atlantis Rising Up. So until the next time, take a deep breath in, smile. Your journey today is now complete. May the love in my heart go from me to you.